Howdy partner, how y'all doing this morning? What's up, what's up, what's up? YouTube is supposed to be changing this format. I don't know if it starts today. Today is August 1st, right? I think. So this live stream thing is going to be different. It's changing. I don't know how or what that means to us right now. It looks normal for the time being. So we're going to take advantage of that. All right. So, as always, in the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the Mighty One, Angel 707. I am also your soul brother, number one. Shout out to all the subscribers. Shout out to my Facebook. Shout out to those who will listen to this video later on. Shout out to the trolls. I want to thank you for your views. And there's nothing wrong with disagreement. But we don't have to all that name calling and silly stuff. It does not negate. This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. These see, that's what make this this is what makes this pro-black stuff really, really sickening. Really, really garbage. You have somebody like Jesse Lee Peterson. These pro-black folks call him a coon. They give him the Coon Award. Or Tommy Sotomayor. They give them the Coon Award. Call them names, Coon, Sambo, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They don't change at all. Jesse Lee Peterson is happy to take his Coon Award and go on about his business. Jesse Lee Peterson is still doing the same thing he's been doing. So it's the same thing here. You can troll here and write down wacky comments and call names like the mindless beast you are, because you have nothing to offer. That's the reason why you have to call somebody a name, a Sambo, with all this supreme wisdom, with all this knowledge and understanding and research and all this crap that you claim that you have. Then you lower yourself to be less than a kindergartner. And then you keep talking about the white man, and then you use his names to describe other victims of racism. Because whether you like it or not, Jesse Lee Peterson and Tommy Sotomayor and all dark-skinned people are victims of racism, whether you like it or not. But you think that you can bully people, you think you can force folks to do what you want? Well, you better get you some AK-47s, you better get you some nuclear bombs. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Because you're not going to force me to do a damn thing. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't give a damn how angry you get. Who the hell are you? You ain't nothing but a damn slave. You ain't nothing but a coon and a Sambo your damn self. So who the hell are you? You can't tell nobody nothing. You're nasty, you're vulgar. You don't know how to talk to people. You're immature. Who the hell want to listen to your ragged ass? I know I don't. If you want, when somebody's trying to sell something, then they are nice, they know how to smile, and they know how to sell. They know how to sell. You don't know how to sell. So since you don't know how to sell, you need to refer somebody. Well, could you listen to Minister Farrakhan? Could you listen to Tariq Nasheed? Could you listen to somebody? Because clearly you don't know how to sell. And clearly many of them don't know how to sell either. Taalik Nasheed calling people coons and other silly names, and all these people, they don't know how to sell either. I don't want your ragged ass product. You can call me every name in the world. If somebody don't want your car on the car lot, I don't care how many names you call them, they don't want your crap. That's a car that you won't be able to sell. Because they don't, first of all, they don't like you. It's not necessarily the car. They don't like the salesperson. So many so-called niggas, so many dark-skinned people, y'all, you will never grow up. Never. I know where you're coming from, because I've never been exactly like you. I've never been so silly like y'all. But I know your mindset, because I've been there. I've called people coon, Sambo, Uncle Tom, and all that old crazy stuff. I've done it myself until I began to realize exactly what that is and what that means. I'm using the oppressor's words, but yet and still I claim I'm against white racism, white supremacy, but you use his logic, his definition, you have his mindset. And that's it. These pro-black, comedic, blackity-black folks, they have the same mindset as racists. They are nothing but racist wannabes. They want their own slaves for their plantation. That's what it's all about. They are angry since they cannot force you on their plantation. Then they think they can bully you. They made themselves believe they have all this knowledge and understanding and blah, blah, blah. And somebody like Jesse Lee Peterson and Tommy Sotomayor and other coons be tearing their ass up, breaking them down. The only thing they can do is get mad, angry, and upset. So what? Sound like a personal problem. You sure do. On that note, let's talk about this subject real quick. And the topic is brief. Hopefully it's brief. It should be. It shouldn't take that long to talk about it. The topic that I've chosen is Farrakhan versus Jesse Jackson. Who is better? It's not about do I support Farrakhan. It's not about do I support Jesse Jackson. It's about their works. It's about what they put forth. Because some of us have an illusion and we really don't know history. See, I can talk about this. I don't have to go through a history book because I live this. I live this, what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what I read, what somebody said. I'm telling you about something that I experienced. I was part of this. I was part of this when Jesse Jackson and Louis Farrakhan, they were men in their early or late 50s. It's possible they could have been in their late 40s. Possible. The rap group Public Enemy, I think it was in 1987, 88, something like that. The rap group Public Enemy gave us a song, and they would want us to take their advice and not believe the hype. One of these men is more hyped up than the other. One of these men you think is better than the other because of hype. But if you examine the work, then you will see that the work was nothing but hype. Public Enemy said, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. So which one of these men, it's not about who you like. It's about who really was better than the other, really. Who really produced something more of substance than the other. Who really was more hype than bringing or giving to us something that was tangible. Something that was more solid. So like I say, I'm telling you, I lived it. So Brother Ben can't tell me nothing. Wesley Muhammad can't tell me nothing. I lived it. I was there. I was on the ground. I was in the midst. I was just not alive. I was part of this history. In the, now, this is a fact. 1975, the Nation of Islam began its fall with the death of Elijah Muhammad. And later on, the leader of the Nation of Islam, Wallace Muhammad, disbanded the Nation of Islam. And Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan, gave his allegiance to Wallace Muhammad. Ward-D Muhammad. And Ward-D Muhammad took a more spiritual approach, less revolutionary approach to dealing with the situation of the so-called Negro in America. And Louis Farrakhan went with him. There was no more Nation of Islam. Thus, there was no longer a Louis Farrakhan on the scene, because Ward-D Muhammad went spiritual. So the Nation of Islam, which you saw more so in the community, involved in the life of the so-called Negro on a personal level, you didn't see all that coming from the leadership of Ward-D Muhammad. And Farrakhan went with him. There was no Farrakhan on the scene. 1975, really the 70s. Because Farrakhan began to rebuild, as he says, the Nation of Islam in 1977. So 1977, from 1975, Farrakhan just started rebuilding, working on his own version of Nation of Islam, 1977. So you really don't see Farrakhan on the scene. He really didn't begin to gain strength really until the early 1980s. So there's no Farrakhan between 75 and really 1980, 1979, somewhere around there. There definitely is no Farrakhan on the scene. He's in the rebuilding process, trying to get himself together. There is no Farrakhan, especially on the national scene. However, somebody who was on the national scene, and if you watch some of the old
7 hours and 40 minutes of remaining drive time.
If you watch some of the old sitcoms, you would hear maybe the name Vernon Jordan. You would hear like Shirley Chisholm, and you would hear Barbara Jordan, and you would hear Jesse Jackson, and I also want to include Reverend Al Sharpton. And actually, I should include Reverend Al Sharpton in this talk too. I don't give a damn what y'all think about Jesse Jackson or Jesse Jackson planning the murder of Dr. King and all this stuff that y'all talk about, and Al Sharpton was an FBI informant, all this stuff. I'm telling you about what was going on in this period of time and what these men was doing. Not about these conspiracy theories and what you think. Many of you was not even born. Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition was actually helped save black people's jobs. They were helping bring in attention to people when they were murdered by racists, bringing that to the attention. They were protesting. They were having direct action on our community. They actually changed the lives of black people during the 70s. There was nobody else except a few lawmakers, Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition. I know. I'm living it. I'm seeing it. I think there was some type of to give you an example, there was some type of uproar that these black people, black men, soul brothers, I think it was Pepsi, I'm not really sure, I forgot. I think it was Pepsi, but they were complaining they were not getting treated by Pepsi or 7-Up or one of those soda companies. I think it was a soda company. Jesse Jackson stepped in and helped resolve that problem. Jesse Jackson was a mediator between business and labor and helped a lot of people keep their jobs, made things better because of Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition. This is fact. I lived it. I saw it. It was on the news. I was part of it. I know. They don't want to give Jesse Jackson. And what I like about Jesse Jackson, as you know, he has a title called the Reverend Jesse Jackson. All the work Jesse Jackson done, I never heard him say, "Will you come to my church?" I never heard Jesse Jackson talk about Jesus and God and he gave praise, of course, to God, but just like Dr. King, he never tried to convert you to a religion. He just did what he done. I have to give Jesse Jackson his props. Of course, when I was a youth, I was taught to call Jesse Jackson a coon and a Sambo and all this stuff. But it bothered me because I actually saw Jesse Jackson helping people and solving problems. That's what I was seeing. Now, I'm being taught by the time, I was being taught because I was influenced by that Nation of Islam stuff. Now, I'm being taught that this man is a coon and a Sambo, a sellout, all this stuff. But he's actually helping the community. I'm seeing this with my own eyes, and I'm having a big contradiction in my mind because I'm like, okay, this man is a Sambo, he's a coon and a sellout, but he's actually taking actions to really help our people in the community. It's messed up. But see, when you're indoctrinated, when you're brainwashed, it don't cause us to have proper thinking. We don't think clearly. So I'm looking at Jesse Jackson as this sellout, this coon, and blah, blah, blah. Now, the early 80s, 82, 83, by that time, Farrakhan has brought himself up on the grassroots level. On the grassroots level, Farrakhan is able to gain a lot of listeners because there was a lot of love for what the Nation of Islam used to be. I joined the Nation of Islam under Farrakhan in 1981. And when I was out on the streets, there were so many people. I'm glad y'all back. I'm glad y'all back. Made me feel real good. I really felt as though I was doing the right thing. Of course, we see how all this, we found out how all this turned out. But I'm 17, 18 years old. Always wanted to be,
to the highlighted route.
Always wanted to be part of the Nation of Islam. I had no idea of what happened with this Malcolm brother. Didn't know nothing about that because I'm very sure if I had knew about Malcolm X, I probably would not have joined Farrakhan. Especially when I learned he was calling for that man's death. I would not have joined. Elijah Muhammad was wrong. The Nation of Islam was wrong for what they did to that man. Simple as that. They were wrong. Skinning and grinning in people's face. And y'all bootlicking them, the Nation of Islam under Farrakhan. If they would turn on Malcolm, they'll turn on your happy ass too. The only thing Farrakhan does is use people, and when you can't get used no more, throw you out like toilet paper. Just like he turned on Jesse Jackson. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Farrakhan built a name for himself on the grassroots level. I was there, I know. On the grassroots level. Then, in 1984, now mind you, Jesse Jackson is actually causing change and helping people right there in the community. Whether you like his method or not, he was out there grinding. Jesse Jackson and his Rainbow Coalition. On the grassroots level, I was there. What was Farrakhan accomplishing? A lot of speeches, a lot of hype, a lot of hype, a lot of hype. That's all. I was in the ranks. I know. That's all it was. We were not doing nothing tangible except trying to convert people to a damn religion. Jesse Jackson was not doing that. Jesse Jackson actually was trying to solve the problems of our people in the community. Farrakhan was in the community bragging about the Nation of Islam, giving us all these feel-good ass stories, hyping the people up, but there was no kind of change that we was doing in my community right now. The Nation of Islam been in my community since the 1980s, and if it was not for white people, the community wouldn't have nothing going on. I'm gonna say that again. If it wasn't for white people, nothing in my community would be going on right now. And my community, those soul brothers and sisters in my community supported everything the Nation of Islam done 1,000%. But the Nation of Islam is incompetent. They put on a good show, speak real nice, but when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, don't produce a damn thing except they want you to convert and be an Arab wannabe and do your damn salats and eat bean pies. That's all you're gonna get, a bunch of hype. I know, I was living it. So in 1984, Jesse Jackson decides to run for president. Minister Farrakhan is an associate or he done smiled and charmed his way into the life of Jesse Jackson. Very smart move on this conniving Farrakhan. He's a conniver. I'm going to show you what happened. A user. So Jesse Jackson prepares himself to run for the President of the United States. Farrakhan, I'm going to help you. Why are you going to help somebody you call an Uncle Tom, a Sambo, Coon? Jesse Jackson ain't thinking. Jesse Jackson is not thinking. You gonna trust a person that called you Coon? Why you want to help me run for the President of the United States? Farrakhan wants to help Jesse Jackson run for the presidency of the United States so that he can get some of that shine, national shine. Farrakhan, prior to Jesse Jackson, was only on the grassroots level. It was Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign that brought Farrakhan to the national spotlight. And then Farrakhan started saying crazy ass stuff, knowing that it's going to affect Jesse Jackson's chance of being president of the United States. That's a damn devil. You know this man is running for the presidency of the United States. You know he has to attract Caucasian people, plus our people. He has to be in a position to attract the citizens of this nation. And you're going to run your damn mouth, knowing, saying stuff, knowing that it's going to cause controversy and mess up this man's chance of being the president, but it's going to bring all the spotlight to your happy ass. Woo, man. Dirty, dirty ass dude. I was watching all this. Why are you saying that? Now, me personally, I didn't want to get involved with Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign. I didn't want to get involved in it. Minister Farrakhan gave the order that we supposed to register to vote and all that. I didn't register to do a damn thing. Elijah Muhammad taught, if there's a candidate worthy of our vote, then the Muslims can vote. I did not find Jesse Jackson was worthy of my vote. So I refused to do that. But Farrakhan had an alternative. He's gonna piggyback off of Jesse Jackson so more people, so he can get the limelight on himself. And he started saying these crazy ass things in order to bring that light to himself. He didn't really give a damn about Jesse Jackson being president of the United States. It was all a front. It was all about him. Like I told you, in the 80s, Jesse Jackson was a mediator. I think during that particular time. Or maybe it was Jesse Jackson ran for president 2 times and there was no Farrakhan, but damage was done. But Jesse Jackson, Farrakhan, y'all think Louis Farrakhan is so damn great. Farrakhan ain't nothing but a tag-along. Louis Farrakhan was a tag-along to Jesse Jackson. I'm telling you, maybe y'all don't know the history. I was living it, saw it with my own eyes. I was there. Farrakhan was a tag-along to Jesse Jackson, part of Jesse Jackson's presidential campaign. And then later, Jesse Jackson got involved with the airplane pilot. It was a black airplane pilot. Forgot what his name was. He was shot down, and he was taken prisoner by, was it Syria? I forgot where it was at. And really, the United States didn't give a damn about that Negro. in that foreign country, they can have them. Was it Iran? I forgot what Syria? I forgot what country this guy, he got shot down. But Jesse Jackson took it upon himself and started communications with that country. What was the name of that guy? I would have to look the names up myself. But I know what I'm talking about because I was living this when it was all going on. Jesse Jackson took an entourage to that country. Farrakhan tagged along with him. Farrakhan, Jesse never followed Farrakhan around. Farrakhan is tagging along with Jesse. And the reason why he want to do that, so his face, so he can be out in the national spotlight. He don't give a damn about Jesse Jackson. They went to this country, negotiated with that country, and brought that man back to the United States. Sure did. Farrakhan ain't nothing but a tag-along. He's so powerful, God backs him up. He puts on this good show. But he's a Jesse Jackson tag-along. And this is a fact. He tagged along on Jesse Jackson's presidential attempt, and he also was there tagging along when Jesse Jackson negotiated getting that brother off. Of course, you're gonna have these silly Negroes run around, want to try to give Farrakhan some kind of credit because I think it was an Islamic country, gonna try to say that Farrakhan helped negotiate or whatever, try to give him some credit, and maybe he did. It was Jesse that did that. He was a tag-along. No matter what he did behind the scenes, he still was a tag-along. He was tagging along a coon, a Sambo, a sellout, a lost Negro who praised white Jesus, y'all say. And there Farrakhan is. So like I say, Jesse Jackson and the Rainbow Coalition, and I'm very sure there are many people who would bear witness to things that Jesse actually helped them do. Now, compare that to Farrakhan. I guess Jesse got old and tired and he started getting out of the limelight. But you know, Farrakhan is a glory hound. So he keeps moving. And then we come up to the Million Man March and blah, blah, blah. What did the Million Man March do for anybody? What situation did the Nation of Islam, Farrakhan, get involved to change the lives of people except converting them to a damn religion? Tell me exactly, even when Elijah Muhammad was here, besides a lot of talk, besides trying to convert you to a damn religion, exactly what has the Nation of Islam done for us? I keep asking this question over and over again. Nobody can tell. Nobody can tell us exactly. Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, and these people actually was on the ground, produced tangible results for others. What has the Nation of Islam done? Well, you can teach me because I was there from 1981 to 1990. And I'm trying to think, what did the Nation of Islam really do? The only thing I did was sell newspapers, sell bean pies, and beg people for money, and talk about we need businesses, do for self and all this kind of crap, but you don't see a damn thing. It's 2019. It's 2019 and nothing has changed. Selling bean pies, selling the newspaper, wearing hot-ass suits in the summertime out on the street, praising Farrakhan. I never...
100 feet, turn right on US 61 BR, and then...
I never praised Farrakhan. Never. He was just a man. Matter of fact, Farrakhan told us in person, he told us not to praise him. He said, I'm just your brother trying to rebuild this teaching. That's what he told me in person. In person. Not a letter. I didn't read this in the Final Call newspaper. I didn't read this in a newspaper. This is what I know. This is what I know.
In 300 feet, turn right on US 61 South, Troy Avenue with the Saints.
So y'all can teach me. Y'all can teach me. Show me tangible evidence. Show me exactly what Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam have done. Jesse Jackson, who was a Christian, never asked the people, you need to come to my church, believe in our Lord Jesus or whatever. He never brought his personal religion into the equation. He was just interested in the injustices that we were facing as a people. Compared to Farrakhan, want you to call him the Christ, get you into Scientology, and all this type of crap. That's all. That's all Farrakhan has done. That's all Farrakhan has done is hype. So what did Public Enemy tell us? Public Enemy said, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Speed warning.
I didn't want to be part of that. Because I started seeing early. The only reason why I was in the Nation of Islam myself for as long as I was, because of my relatives begging me, give it another chance. Things take time. When I gave 9 years, how much time the hell do you want? Nothing but hype. That's all we accomplished. Nothing but hype. Talking about people like these pro-black silly Negroes do today. They don't produce a damn thing. Nothing but hype. Sit around and talk about people. You a coon. You a Sambo. Everybody's a nigger. A bed wench. Bitches and hoes. I suggest to you, leave this pro-black, black first, Kemetic, Nation of Islam, Hebrew, 5%, all this garb, all this blacky black Afrocentricity, leave it alone. It makes you sick. It makes you mentally disturbed, makes you ill.
Speed warning.
Like these trolls coming to my channel right now. They have nothing to offer. They have nothing to say. They cannot show that what I'm saying is incorrect. So the only thing they can do, you a coon, you a Sambo, blah, blah, blah. They cannot produce nothing except hype, feel-good rhetoric. They produce nothing tangible. Dr. King and the Civil Rights era produced way more tangible results than Elijah Muhammad and that Black Power garbage. Besides the Black Panthers.
Speed warning.
And there could be others, but the Black Panther Party never asked you to belong to some religion, never asked you to praise them, never asked you to follow them. The Black Panther Party created free food programs and free health care. What do you get from the Nation of Islam? You get everything you get from the Nation of Islam, you gotta buy. They don't give you a damn thing. And if you piss them off, they'll take your life. Ask the family of Ask the family of that brother, I forgot what his name was.
Speed warning.
Those crazy ass Muslims tried to murder his whole family. Because they talk bad, because these Muslims didn't like how he talked about Elijah Muhammad. Now these Caucasian folks talk bad about Farrakhan.
Speed warning.
They talk bad about Elijah Muhammad. Matter of fact, these Caucasian people put Elijah Muhammad in prison for 5 damn years. And these Negroes ain't did a damn thing. But when it comes to us, if we say something they don't like, they want to kill you. Mind you, they are taught they're not supposed to carry as much as a penknife. But they have so much hate for soul brothers and sisters, they said, to hell with my teachings, I'm gonna kill this nigga.
Speed warning.
So they run out and buy them a knife, buy them a gun, a bat, or whatever, to kill another black man. And they teach that the black man is God, but they quick to kill a black man. I tell you now, leave this pro-black stuff on. When people come around you with that black supremacy, pro-black, blackity black stuff, you better run away from them as fast as possible. Now I want to say this in my conclusion. There's only one black supremacy brother. There's only one black supremacy brother that I've always got along with, and I have the utmost respect. I don't give a damn whether you like him or not. But we always had a good relationship. And that's King Noble Black Supremacy. I never had a problem with that brother. Never. He respect me, I respect him. I've never had a problem with King Noble Black Supremacy. And I remember when King Noble Black Supremacy, he used to ask me questions. He never was wacky and silly like these other Negroes. King Noble had disagreement with things that I was saying, and he just acts like he was a civilized person, very intelligent person. We've always had a good relationship. So shout out to those with King Noble Black Supremacy. I have no problem with my brother King Noble. Good brother. Now, of course, there's many things that I say, he don't agree with me. There's many things that he does and say, I don't agree with him. But it's all good. We are brothers. And we've been knowing each other for years. So King Noble is the only, out of all this black supremacy, blackity black stuff, he's the only one that I can really respect. On that note, thank you, Charles, for giving me some views this morning, keeping me company. And don't believe the hype. You have to give Farrakhan credit. Farrakhan put on a good show. He talks real smooth, very articulate. He's very charismatic, but it's nothing but hype. Now, if he had real tangible actions to follow, to support that that charisma and that hype, it'll be a whole new ball game. And I would give him credit because they earned it. That's not the case. So this history, I lived it. You can't tell me. Farrakhan ain't nothing but a tag-along on Jesse Jackson's coattail. God didn't do it. Allah didn't do it. Elijah Muhammad didn't do it. It was Jesse Jackson that put him in the national spotlight, that put him on the map. He used Jesse Jackson. I saw that video where he went off on Jesse Jackson, trying to show how smart and stuff that he was. Now, what he was saying was correct, but you telling this to a brother, if it wasn't for Jesse Jackson, I'm pretty sure sooner or later, Farrakhan would eventually rise to national spotlight. He was doing very good on the grassroots level. But he was a tag-along on Jesse Jackson's coattail. That's why he rose so fast. And saying those crazy-ass things messed up that brother's chance, well, chances are they would not have voted for Jesse Jackson for president anyway. But Farrakhan messed up that man talking all that old crazy-ass stuff he was saying, knowing it's going to cause this man problem. Because that's what Farrakhan, that's what these people do. They jealous and they envious and they talk about crabs in the barrel. They are part of the problem. Jesse Jackson was the man for a long, long time. Now Farrakhan want to take his place. He's just a jealous crab apple. That's what it was all about. Jealous of Malcolm X, jealous of Khalid Muhammad. He's a jealous guy. That's a damn shame. How can you be so talented, charismatic, so articulate like Farrakhan, but you still jealous and envious of others? That's a damn shame. But unfortunately, that's the reality of it. And you have all these people following this man like he has good integrity, he's honest, he's loving, and all like this. Ask the people who he trampled on, he used. It's so many brothers and sisters that the Nation of Islam used. They so embarrassed, they don't even want to talk about it no more.
Speed warning.
Hey, when you in the Nation of Islam, they don't even want to talk about it no more. They got used. They got exploited. Embarrassed. And Farrakhan and none of them other suckers don't give a damn about them. Because if they can't use you, you're done. Like my uncle. Those people used my uncle. Called him every day. But when he got sick, and when he died, that's the end of that. Nobody give a damn about him no more. Because they can no longer use my uncle. 30 years of service. Farrakhan don't send an email. He don't send a card or nothing. A telephone call. And my family members still kissing his ass. Woo! No. No. Jesse Jackson is the better. Jesse Jackson gets my vote. Jesse Jackson versus Farrakhan, Jesse is better. All this pro-black garbage. I can't stand these suckers. They a bunch of losers. Farrakhan is a loser.
Speed warning.
They losers. Y'all happy with nothing. What we gon' do? The time and what must be done. That's one of the Nation of Islam's favorite subjects. The time and what must be done. Damn.
Speed warning.
Since you know the time and what must be done, it should have been over with. It should be the time and what we doing. The time and what we done, not what we must be done, but what we've accomplished. They have nothing they've accomplished nothing. You got a sorry ass person laying up in Mississippi, actually. He calls himself the Son of Man. Got a rundown community and think he really doing the do. I'm like, if that's all Allah can do for you, sir, he really think he got something going on. Then he gets angry because people not following him. Ain't nobody gonna follow you, all that religious garbage. All thing they do is hype you up, make a whole lot of babies. That's all they do.